Yesterday, we got a new trailer for the next major update for Palworld. It will be released on the 23rd of this month, and we'll get some new pals, weapons, buildings, tower boss, and most importantly, new mechanics. We got a glimpse of a lot of these in the trailer, and I'm very excited. And to all my fellow players who are unhappy about the recent change to the throwing mechanic, there may be a hint in this trailer that the mechanic itself is changing once again. I'll go over it when we come across it. Let's start with this awesome piece of art right here. Great job to the person or the team who worked on this. And I love the name too. This image also reveals a couple of additional things that I don't think are shown in the trailer itself. First is this beautiful energy sword. It looks so cool. Based on the trailer, it seems like we might be getting a good number of energy-based attacks and weapons now. Then there's these three pals here. I'm guessing the ones in the middle are dark types, and this one is obviously electric. It looks sick. Now let's take a look at the trailer. Looks like these poor guys are from the new faction that were just out to gather some wood when they were attacked by this vicious new pal, which looks like it's a dragon type. And based on that blue glow around its attack, which kind of looks similar to Holy Burst, I'm guessing it's part neutral. Maybe it's our first dragon neutral type. And based on the wings, I'm wondering if it's related to Jet Dragon in any way. The new faction leader looks freaking badass. I want that hairstyle and facial hair for my character. And then this badass pal comes into the picture. It kind of reminds me of Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda. I have no idea what its type could be though. I really like the montage scene here. I think this pair is definitely going to be the next tower boss. And then the player character shows up to interrupt this beautiful bro moment between these two. Although I have to say, the new armor looks fantastic. The minigun she's holding also looks new. The pal on the left, I'm guessing is probably a ground type, or maybe a neutral type, and the one on the right is probably grass. The foxes look pretty cool, probably dark types. This new weapon looks like a semi-automatic rifle. It's good to know that we're getting more rifle options. Although I want to know where the crosshair is, and the rest of the UI. Did they just hide everything for the trailer, or are we getting some options to hide all of our UI elements? That would be awesome. Alright, for the next scene, we have a lot of things to look at. And once again, I have to say, the armor looks pretty sick from the back too. We can see the new buildings, a couple of the new pals, and this is probably a new storage chest. It looks pretty cool. I hope it has a lot of slots. I don't like how big the current shipping containers are. Now I'm very curious about what these are. Maybe some sort of healing or revival chambers? Or some new breeding or incubating mechanic? Or maybe they're adding some kind of like gene splicing or some other evolution mechanic into the game. That would be so cool. I think the one on the left is a sleeping Kativa, and the one on the right is probably one of the new pals. I don't really recognize it. Okay, that's definitely a dark type pal, and a new fully automatic rifle. And now, it's this scene right here that made me do the clickbaity title. First off, again, the armor looks sick. And I'm only talking about the armor, so get your dirty thoughts out of the gutter.
Stop it. Get some help.
So if you notice, this pal didn't summon next to the player, which is very interesting. Now, the most likely answer here is that this trailer was ready to go well before they made the change 2 weeks ago, and they either forgot to edit this out or it was too late to change it for one reason or another. But that's boring. So let's put on a tinfoil hat and do some speculating. I believe, like many others, that the change was only a temporary solution to deal with whatever was happening with the lawsuit. I think they're planning to change the mechanic eventually to something else entirely. Hopefully, it will be something that will let us control our pal's positioning again. I really miss being able to do that. Which leads me to this little object right here. And it literally only shows up for 2 frames. That pal sphere is still in the player's hands even though the pal is almost fully summoned. Now, I don't know if that's always been a thing and we never really paid any attention to it, or maybe they're getting around one of the patents by pretending to throw and still summoning the pal. It doesn't count if you never throw the ball, right? Or maybe they've been working on the new change for some time now and it's integrated with the other mechanics in the new update, so they probably just couldn't reveal it to us. Anyway, As I already said, they most likely forgot to cut it out or couldn't even change it for some reason. Either way, I guess we'll find out in 10 days, but it was still fun to speculate. Next, we see some cool looking horses, probably another dark type. That looks like another new gun. This creepy owl penguin looking thing is probably an ice dark type. We finally see the minigun in action. I guess it looks cool, although it looks like it'll be better against bigger targets though. That looks like a revolver. That is sick. I like that. And finally, we get the new raid boss. Although it seems kind of strange to me that it doesn't have a unique model. The start of the trailer made it seem like this pal can be found in the wild. Oh well, I guess we'll see. Anyway, I personally cannot wait for this update to come out so I can explore the massive island and see everything they've added to the game. Most importantly though, I'm really looking forward to see what changes and improvements they've made to the mechanics, and if any of them have potentially anything to do with the lawsuit. Let me know your thoughts on the trailer and what you're looking forward to the most. In the meantime, check out this video to brush up on your basics if you haven't played the game in a while and are planning to return back for this update. Thank you for watching. Peace.